Hi, what's up, guys? Boys, welcome to the masterclass. This one is about appointment setting. Going to run through absolutely everything that you need to know. Plus, I'm also going to show you how to get into appointment setting. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We all good using my screen? Sweet. All right. So this is how to start. Now, first thing that we need to understand is like what appointment setting is. So what is appointment setting? Appointment setting is a sales process where an individual called an appointment setter contacts potential customers to qualify their interests and schedule a meeting for a salesperson's person or an account executive to further discuss a product or service. So it's the minimum between a middleman between like you're actually like the first kind of point of contact for the sale because your goal is like to book people in, but you only want to be booking people and moving them to the potential sales position if they are qualified and if they're actually willing for the sale. So like you'll get a ton of customers, but your job is to filter out which ones are actually legit, which ones are ready, which ones are keen to buy, and which ones you can actually, actually want to buy. Because a lot of the time you're working off commission, so you want to filter through and make sure the ones that go through the sales process through the salesperson are the ones that are going to buy. So the goal is to convert leads into qualified appointments, ensure that sales teams focus their effort on genuinely interest prospects. So, like I said before, filtering through prospects that are genuinely interested. And if some are just kind of shopping around or they're not really interested, then you can always just send them free value, or even dig a little deeper as to like why they might not be interested. So ensure that the sales teams focus their efforts on, yeah, this one, thereby maximizing sales success and efficiency. So if you're getting like a ton of leads come in, you're booking in like 100 leads, let's say 15 leads a day you're booking in. If you're booking in those ones, but they're just like random leads that have no idea what the product or service is, they're kind of just chilling. They're like, well, yeah, I was sort of interested, but I just wanted to see what it was about. That's not that good. You'd rather have like five leads that you've booked in for that day that are 90 to 100% going to close, and then that way you can really nurture those ones, and yeah, nurture the other ones that are coming through. And what I mean by nurture is like keep them so keen, keep on top of them and push them through the sales process so that like, okay, this guy's gonna sell, rather than just having 15 motherfuckers that, well, might sell. You know what I mean? So you're better off putting more effort into actually qualifying a lead and making sure that they're actually going to sell rather than some random. That fucking dog. All right, so who actually uses appointment setters? You'd be very surprised. Basically, any business or product always uses appointment setters in everything. So sales teams book qualified leads for sales reps, coaches, consultants schedule strategy or intro calls. So anything really online, but also, we have like real estate agents and brokers, but anything that where you need to call like a qualified lead needs to come through and to go through generally a high ticket offer is where you're going to need appointment setter. So all of these here, like all of these are people that sell high ticket offers. Imangazi, Brett Scales, TJR, and even these ones as well, real estate, B2B service firms, marketing agencies, they're all high ticket. And what I mean by that is an expensive product or service. So it's not just like a go into the link and click and buy. It's something that you need an actual appointment setter for. So with this, like, health and medical and health practices. So even like that, you have, for example, when you call up someone and you need to go to the doctor, you're technically calling up to the appointment setter because they're setting you an appointment for the doctor, right? And they're organizing that sale. Now, I don't know whether they get a commission of the medication that you take or not, but that's how it works. They obviously get paid to book in appointments. So all of these here have some sort of appointment setters. And you'd be surprised, like this guy himself, he wouldn't even know what's like going on really in his DMs because he would just be, Zach, we got two Zachs. I think they're all just one person. But all of these people would just have multiple teams of appointment setters that you can actually work for these people. So who do these people use appointment setters? So people use, like, why do these people? That's meant to be why. Why do these people use appointment setters? So what's the actual reason? Why not just like have an automated message? Why not just put in some like many chat thing that's just going to make the messages come automated. Why have an actual appointment setter? I'll tell you why. So people use appointment setters to generate more leads, obviously, qualifying those leads by finding out if they're interested and a good fit, and scheduling meetings with the sales team, thereby freeing up sales reps to focus on closing deals and improving overall sales and efficiency. Appointment setters streamline the sales process by handling the initial outreach and nurturing, ensuring a steady flow of qualified prospects into the sales pipeline. So, like I was saying before, if you just like booking in heaps of fucking calls, the it's not going to be an efficient pipeline or streamlined pipeline for the closers, and it won't be you won't make any money, guarantee it. So, and this one here, you're not going to really get like an AI or like a many chat response that's going to be able to nurture leads or even remember leads and their background, or even another one is relating to them. Name like name a many chat fucking automation that's going to relate to a construction worker that wants to get fit, or can't is eating too much food at a smoker when sitting down all day. The AI or the fucking prompt is just going to be like, oh yeah, cool, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why having actual legit appointment setters is better, because you can have people having conversations with other people, right? And then it's also for the customer. It's a more tailored experience and a more personalized experience, rather than them just getting sent all these AI links and these AI messages, and they're just like, oh, this is just a robot. It's someone actually talking to them. It's someone actually asking them questions. It's someone actually helping them and wanting to know about their situation and push them through. Like obviously to see if they're qualified, but they feel understood. They feel heard. They feel like it's them getting helped, right? Which they are. Now, possible earnings as a setter. Now, it does vary. A lot of times you can just be on like a salary and you earn good money, but a lot of times it's also just commission, or it'll be both. It'll be a salary and then also commission. So, possible earnings as a setter, commission 5% to 7%. This is like general deal, like $3,000 to $8,000, whether like US, plus up to like 100K, up to more. We saw in this one real estate deals, that's over 100K right there. So, it really kind of goes up to anything. And another thing, like for me, I think I was on a 23K USD deal when I first started. So, I was just appointment setting. Now, I wasn't getting this, but it was still good. Um, but these also vary on the size of the deal, the lead flow, and sometimes like the company. So, with this, for an example, if you're on a 10K deal, you're earning 5%, it's $500. So to hit your 10K a month, which is what a lot of people want, as an appointment setter, you need 20 deals to close at full. So now, I'll be honest with you, it's pretty hard to get 20 PIFs, which is a paid in full of this 10 grand in a month. Well, it depends really what offer you're on. So I know for a lot of the ones I've worked on, it's like it takes time. It doesn't always happen like that. Some people pay half, some people pay quarter, some people pay full. It's all different. But still earning like 10% on a deal like this can make you, well, has made, I mean, I've done it personally, a lot of fucking money. So being able to do this and then have this there is like what a lot of people are transitioning to when they go like into making money online, because it's like the first step that you want to jump onto, and the easiest one, like the lowest hanging fruit to make your first bit of coin online. All right, so where do we actually want to find these roles? So before you actually apply to any of these roles, you want to have like experience. I know you, Zach, you have experience, where you're getting experience, getting trained in ABC. Let's go. But it is important, because I'll go through some of the roles right now of like what's really expected, and some of them are like paying a lot, but they need experience, right? So, for example, appointment setter, you want to just leave that, but click this one and then make sure you go remote. And then I always just put the amount like above 60K a year, because you know. Um, but these ones here, like for example, 60K base, like so that you're earning over $1,000 a week, plus then uncapped commission, and it goes up to 120 to 150K. So you're earning your base rate in your commissions again on top to earn over like 120K. So this one here is really good. What we really want to be looking for is, so it says outbound here, which is kind of like a red flag, but where is it? It says Well, it says it right here. It says no cold calling. So warm inbound leads is what you want. So when they say warm inbound leads, that's obviously someone that is so someone is when it says warm inbound leads, it's someone interested in the product or service, and they're coming in. It's not you reaching out to them. Zach, what is your question, brother?
Hey man, so why is it a red flag?
For which one? For the cold calling.
Just in both of them. Why is it a red flag? Why aren't we looking for that role specifically?
Look, bro, you honestly can. It is like it is still going to be a good role if it's cold calling. It's just like it's such a brain dead job, bro, because you'll kind of obviously you'll end up just hating like sales because you'll just be picking up your phone back and forth, calling like 400 numbers in a day,
Yep.
and then you're just like, fuck, like is this really sales? But really, it's not. Compared to when and those
Yeah,
leads like sometimes aren't even keen on what the product or service is. You know what I mean?
yeah. So you're pretty much just a call center, and you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Ah,
But like this one here, even though it does say outbound call center, it's still then saying no cold calling. So this one's perfect. Um, but also like here, what they want is persistence, motivation. You thrive with hitting KPIs, confident on the phone, able to build trust fast, sales driven. So even like these ones here, like they don't need full experience. You just need to have like experience in sales. So yeah, point in setting. So having that experience there is going to be like massive. Even like all of these here, you can get in with like pretty basic level experience. Um, but yeah, so and you really want to look for the ones that have the remote here because obviously they're remote, so we can go live in Bali and shit. So but let's go through. So one like this here, bro. So this is kind of one that I would honestly stay away from, and I would tell people to stay away from is remote outbound like telemarketer, bro. Like a heavy telemarketer one. Even though it's remote, but like, hey, if you want to give it a crack, like you can because it's. I mean, bro, it's not like a. If you go into like a role like this, you're not gonna be there till like you're 50. Like you can just give it a crack. You know what I mean? So giving it like having a go, getting experience is probably like the best thing that you can do. And even like realize that you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? But like this one here, outbound telemarketer. Let's see if we can figure out. So experience with cold calling outreach. Um, so yeah, what is a but like the potential here, there's no ceiling. Get paid on your worth. So if you're a go getter and you actually want to have a good crack, this like could be perfect. Earning from $500 to $3,000 per week, for 20 hours of work. I remember doing fucking 20 hours in like 2 days when I worked construction in FIFO. So like, and I was making like 3K a week. So the potential's there. Um, Another one here. This one's base, looks like it. 4 to 6K a month. Pretty good. Um, Cold calling setter wanted. Now, a lot of things though with like cold calling and what they say here, sometimes what it will be is it will be actually someone's opted in or someone's sent in like their email or their expression of interest into like a product or service. So these guys are obviously selling. The fuck are they selling? I don't know, but they're selling something. But so they're obviously selling something, and someone's maybe gotten interested in it, and then you're calling them up. So that's some of the people have that as like cold calling, but honestly, they're still interested in the product or service. Instead of like, I see cold calling as probably like calling a random ass number and being like, "Hey, bro, have you ever heard of this company? We do this," and it's just they have no idea compared to someone that's actually like opted in and how to look at it. So like this one here, how I was saying like 100 you're just going to be calling 100 people per day. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people going like, nah, mate, not interested. A lot of, like it's all about a numbers game. But if you're a go-getter, you want to give it a crack. I mean, bro, it's not going to hurt to just get some experience in this. Um, and even this one here, so it's like a 2,000 month base retainer, so perfect, like little sort of starter one. 5 to 7% commission on closed deals you source. So it's the same as like what I was saying with this here, 5 to 7. Now I don't know what the size of the deal actually is. So it's like I know, but like 4 to 6K a month with consistency. So plus it's uncapped. So that's like you got the retainer and then you've got this as well. So I think that's still a pretty good like one to jump onto. Now, also the ones that you really want to be looking for is ones with growth, like potential growth, because you can't just cap out like being an appointment setter. You always want to be moving to like appointment setter, maybe appointment setter manager, then like closer, and then so on, and then like close a trainer or close a manager or systems or whatever. Like you always want to be progressing. So if you look, key responsibilities, if you go down, fuck, where is it? But there'll be, it will say like room to grow. So room where you actually grow and become like a closer or something like that. That's the ones that you want. So then you're always like pushing for more. And there's obviously more money in it as well. So the harder you work, you get moved up to a better role, and you'll be earning more money. Another perfect one, 120K, 150K. Like, fuck. Even here, I'll show you some really good ones. If we go to like the proper high quality ones, there's some here that will pay. So this one's 180. This one here, door. So this one's saying remote. I think they just work with people that do the door-to-door sales knocking, and they either like call them back up, see if they're interested. But 150 to $208,000 a year is pretty solid. So that one would obviously need some experience. So yeah, 4K a week, decent. Uncapped earnings. So they've got the breakdown here. So 15 appointments per week. Just really, if you're a go-getter going 40 appointments per week, then you're hitting the highest amount. Um, Perfect on here, bro. No experience required at all. So that's the ones that are also worth like having a crack at. Because if they can see that you might potentially have what you need, have what they need in you, you have any experience, they're like, oh, we'll train you full time. So yeah, so those are the ones like I would definitely jump onto and just have a look. But things you must know when setting. So first, obviously know your offer, know what you're selling, have like a good understanding of it. Um, Understand the product or service well enough to explain value clearly. So explaining it obviously to the prospect and people that you're selling it to. Qualifying leads. So make sure prospects meet the right criteria before booking. So that's just being able to like identify someone straight away. Well, after like a few questions to see whether they're qualified, or sometimes I can even look at like their profile pic and know whether they're qualified or not, or just going onto their account seeing if they're like if they're 15 or something and they're talking about wanting to, and your offers $20,000. I mean, how's a 15-year-old going to get a $20,000 to do something? You know what I mean? So it's like just going in and just having common sense, or if they're not working, or if they just can't afford it, or if they're just not keen. Never push someone through to the pipeline if they're just like half interested, because they'll never close. So script versus natural flow. So use a script as a guide, but keep the conversation natural. So I would say stay away from scripts, but just learn it and just more stay to like a framework. So more, one thing my coach told me was like, instead of worrying about the questions, worry about what information you're trying to get. So understanding like, okay, I want to know this part about this person. What questions do I need to answer to ask to get that information, rather than just being like, all right, fuck, what's the next question? You know what I mean? So build rapport fast. So be personable, polite and confident, and to gain trust quickly. So in the game of appointment setting, if you're getting a ton of leads, or that business getting a ton of leads, sometimes it's hard to actually sit and talk to a couple of prospects. And sometimes you'll be talking to 10 to 15, even more at once. So really just trying to build a personal connection to all of them, make them all feel like that they're actually talking to a human, because sometimes they won't. So handling objections as well is something that you must know. Prepare answers for common pushbacks. Too busy, not interested, no budget, too expensive, don't have enough time. Is this a scam? Is it going to work? All these ones can be prevented. But when just understanding, like, and another thing with like another thing with objection handling is just understanding why they're actually doing that. You know what I mean? Time management, big one. So understanding your time, understanding that 24 hours in a day is not a whole lot. And especially when you're dealing with prospects that also might not buy. Because, for example, if you're spending 10 minutes extra on every single prospect, and you talk to like six different prospects, that's then a whole hour. You know what I mean? No, sorry. Yeah. So like it's just too much time spent on doing like meaningless shit. Clear communication. So confirm details, time, date, purpose to avoid no-shows. So this is like double checking with the lead, double checking with the prospect, making sure that they're all good for that call that you've booked in because you've already booked them in. You know, why waste that time or why even just because they haven't paid yet. You don't get paid to book people in. You get paid when they make a sale, like when they buy. So just you booking them in isn't the job fully done. So you have to move it all like to make sure they rock up to that call and book them in and get a sale across. And if they didn't sell, they didn't get sold, they didn't close, figure out why. So understanding why they didn't. So use tools, CRM. Um, this is more like tracking. So like a lot of the stuff will all be tracked. For example, like for me personally, I have like all my customers and my leads and everything in everything so that I know what's in there. And I can do like follow-ups as well. So that's helps with follow-ups. Always tracking who is who, what they're like, what's about them, what like information about them, and then you can go back and just start a conversation with them again. Um, Professional tone, representing the business well, whether by phone, email, or social media. So if you're representing a business and you're like in the appointment setting, you're swearing, you know, carrying on, just not really sounding that nice. Imagine what that looks like to the business or to the or on the business, you know, and that how that looks to the customer or the person that's actually you know trying to come through. All right, so next I've got is a little role play I've fucking put here. Can you see my screen? Is that
Yeah, man, I can say it.
all right? Sweet, sweet, sweet. You can see the like the conversation here.
Oh, I can just say things that you must know when setting at the moment.
Okay, hold up.
All good.
All right, how about now?
Yeah, it's working now.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, boys. So this is a role play that I whipped up well, it's just me talking to myself, obviously, but it's me going through the framework. So it's more like realistic. And this one's about a fitness offer. So a guy that's just like selling this is like made up, but it's someone that's selling a fitness offer, high ticket, and does like personal coaching and all that. So first message is so this guy is the customer or the you know the prospect, and then I'm this person here is the appointment setter. So it's normally like, hey mate, I'm interested in your guides to someone reaching out, or they'll either send like a CTA. So a lot of fitness guides have like DM me fitness, and I'll send you through my guide. I'll give you one-on-one training. So this is a lot of time will be the first message. But this guy's just obviously like sending it. So I hit him back with a simple message like, yo, bro, cheers for the message. What's good? What's got you interested? Now notice that I'm matching this guy's energy sort of thing. I'm not sending like a massive paragraph into him and just like off the bat. I'm just keeping it normal. And he can also see by the first message that it's just a normal human being rather than being like it automated. So, yo, cheers, bro for the message. What's got you interested exactly? So I'm currently working full time now, driving diggers, and I've put on a lot of weight over the last couple of months. So looking to change that. So common thing that happens, you know, people um, get. I know, like I've seen it all the time when I used to work in the mines. You work physical labor as an offsider, working hard all day on your feet all day, and then as soon as you get onto the machine and you're operating the machine for 12 hours and you're sitting down, you're eating, you start to put on a lot of weight. So this here is like, you know, would be perfect for someone that is selling. Well, that situation there is what we're talking about here. It's for someone when they're selling the fitness offer. So yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely get that, bro. Sitting down all day, we'll do that. What's your diet looking like? So it's just like me info gathering at this point, me just understanding like his situation, where he's at, what's really going on, and then I can actually build a tailored plan. I can actually attack and see what is going to work for him. Especially on like these fitness roles, a lot of the time they'll have all these different options that you can pick with. So in terms of like lower ticket, like a cheaper one, then maybe like a medium price one, then one that's like all out super expensive, Well, not super expensive, but a lot of value. One-on-one coaching with like the person that they're buying it from. Nutrition plans every week. Maybe even sending like free food or some shit like that. I don't really know. But so yeah, definitely bro. Sitting down can all day. You can definitely do that. What's your diet looking like? Oh, not the best, bro. If I'm honest, I don't know how to cook, so I just have sausage rolls, some chips, and a Red Bull each morning. And for dinner, normally a steak. So pretty standard meal. But it's like, damn, bro, those sausage rolls are a silent killer. So kind of just still showing him that I'm a normal fucking human, and have that humor because a lot of the time, you'll just be talking to normal people. Well, you will be. So making sure that they see you as a normal person is gonna, help as well. Um, well, okay, so bro, what's the goal here? Like, what physique do you want? This here is me. Like, I've got his situation. I've got his like understanding of his situation. I probably could go a little bit more deeper, but honestly, this is like appointment setting, and I just want to do it quick. If they're qualified, I can see that he's obviously working construction, so I know that he can qualify for the budget of the product or service whatever I'm selling. But and he's also got a lot of pain here. So I asked him how his physique's looking. He's like, yeah, bro, this is what I used to look like on the right, and on the left is what I look like now. So he's going to see this guy to be quite bulk. Then he got into the pies and the sausage rolls. Not good. Um. So yeah, okay, bro. So what? So we just need to drop a few kgs. Not a problem at all. How many times are you hitting the gym? So this is me getting more information out as well, but also kind of giving him a small solution because obviously done. He's been trying. He doesn't really know what to do. He's saying that he just wants to, lose weight. He wants to get back into this physique, but he's working all day. Um, so saying that the solution also helps as well. So then it shows that you know what you're doing. So he goes, I'd say about 3 times at work, but I'm normally cooked. So he's obviously cooked after work, super tired, and 3 times a week isn't really enough. Plus, is like 3 times a week at the gym really going to do anything if you're eating fucking sausage rolls and shit and a Red Bull in the morning? Definitely not. So that's why the transformation has gone to that. So yeah, especially those days, bro. Definitely know how you feel. Well, what do you feel like you need to get back in that physique? So first part of this line here, I'm relating to him. So with this, you can do anything with any offer. You can always relate to the person. Let's say, for example, like a real estate offer. If they're like, yeah, man, I've been trying to. If they say like, yeah, man, I've been trying to get a I'm trying to get a house, but I just haven't had the right, resources, or I haven't been able to have enough money, or haven't been able to save enough money or find the right house. You as a real estate appointment center can be like, yeah, man, I definitely understand that. I had a client, or I used to try that, and it was hard for me until I tried this. Or it's super hard nowadays because everyone like the supply of houses isn't as good, right? So relating back to them being human, that's the main thing, not just like shoving it down their face and being like, fucking do this, do that, and showing them. You just got to show them that you're human. So, um, so yeah, especially after those days, definitely know how you feel, bro. Well, what do you feel like you need to get back into that, like to that physique? So this is kind of like banging, like, what do you feel like you need to actually get into like the physique? So it's kind of then them getting them thinking of like what they need, obviously. So just a good food routine, bro. Like my gym workouts are good, but diet really where I'm lacking. So something that can keep me on the right path with diet. So we kind of already know what he needs. We just want to double check that with him. You know what I mean? So, and he knows what he needs, but he just doesn't like have the fucking knowledge to do that, which is why we have the service that we have. For you, Mark, we're just doing this is like a role play that I ran with like myself about a fitness offer, and I'm just going through the framework of how to be an appointment setter, basically, bro. And it's also all recorded, so if you miss the other half, it's up there, bro. All right, so yeah, yeah, exactly, bro. Diet is easily the most important one. So all right, bro. Well, if you can wait. Well, I can fuck me, I can't even read. All right, bro. Well, I can for sure help you. If you're keen, you can me jump on a call and go over a specialized diet plan plus also gym plan if needed. How does that sound? So this is me obviously pitching the link, pitching the solution. So I have the solution to the diet plan, I have the solution to the gym. And then he goes, yeah, that sounds great. And then this is where I send that booking link, obviously, to book him in. So first to break it up, it's like more so. Oh, fuck, where is it? So first, it's just like getting a understanding of him, getting a full info gather of like his situation, you know, what he what he's going through, how his life looks, and also like just identifying his kind of everyday life. What he eats, what his gym routine is, and this is the same thing. Like if you're selling, let's say, make money online stuff, for example, like why why do they want to leave their job? Then obviously they're not making enough money to give back to their family. Okay, well, why is that? Are they spending too much? Are they not making enough? Are they not getting enough hours? What is it? And then what is it going to take for them to learn that? So it's the exact same framework of everything, if no matter what offer you're on. So then we go through, and then we have the solution. We fix him up with the solution. So we can't give him the solution if we don't know what the fuck the cunt's problems are. So that's why having an appointment setter and being an appointment setter is so important because it's identifying if the customer or the lead is actually qualified and actually keen, and if we can actually help the motherfucker. So right here we have a really good prospect. He's qualified, so he makes enough money to obviously afford the product or service that we're selling. And he's keen and he knows what he needs. Plus, we also have the solution to his problems. So, yeah. Now, are there any questions from you boys about this, about the framework, about fucking anything really?
Look, I've jumped in halfway through here, so I've missed a fair bit.
No stress, bro. No stress. It's going to be recorded on YouTube, so you can go back
Yeah,
through. But,
yeah.
while we're here, bro, I'll quickly run it through with you. Um,
Can you tuck us the dead basics quickly? What am I going to need,
yeah. So
and where do I start?
So really, bro, I'll be like anything, you're gonna need training. I'll show you in a second, but obviously what appointment setting is, all these people use appointment setters. So sales teams, coaches, consultants, medical and health practices. A lot of people just think like appointment setters is just the make money online niche, but it's fucking everything. Whether it's online, whether it's not, all of this shit has appointment setters. It's like why do people, this is the possible earnings that you can have and then where to find these roles. So I went on one for seek.com, bro. Now, some of them, like these don't need experience, but it's imagine how many people are going to be applying to that. So when you look at ones that are like, if you go on Seek here and just change like we'll go from like 60K. But looking at these ones here, staying away from like outbound as well, because it's like cold calling. It's like a fucking brain dead job. And then but also like see, doing $1,000 a week, bro. That's gonna cook your brain. 10 to 20% pickup rate. Like not the most fun. But also a lot of money can be made. So fully remote as well is what you want to be looking for. 180K. Now with these, a lot of these are gonna need like a little bit of experience or a little bit of just some sort of sales experience so that you stick out from the crowd. And that's obviously where I say like you need to invest into yourself to get the training and then have be able to land onto these roles, right? um Another quick thing that you want to be looking for, especially with these roles, is warm leads. This one here. So warm leads is, like I was saying before, when a lead comes in, they're already interested in the product, they're already ready to buy. It's like the guy that was in the role play that we just did, that fitness guy. He was fat, gained a bunch of weight, was keen on the product or service, and he had like a problem, and we had the solution. So that's a warm lead compared to like cold calling, where we're like, "Hey, bro, are you fucking keen on this? This is our company." So there is a difference. I always say, always go towards warm leads because you actually like enjoy the job, and you'll be talking to people that you can like you're genuinely helping rather than just like hassling people. But yeah, are there any questions on that, boys? Lukey,
No,
Mark, Zach, where are we at?
no, you got this pretty down packed.
All good, all good. I guess, I mean, fucking, while we're here, Mark, where are you at, brother? Like, what's your situation? Like, where are you at in terms of learning all this stuff?
Just give me 30 seconds because I'm currently at work. I'm a support worker. Cheers,
Okay.
mate. This is the shit that I want to fucking leave, all right? Fuck
Bro,
me.
I'm telling you, bro, these are, we got top performers, 15K a month, This is it's
Okay,
out there.
so pretty much, mate, where I'm at is I've tried this fucking drop shipping. Fuck that. Okay, there's no money in it. It's a it's a fuck around for me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I went on to fucking buying some stupid water purifier.
Oh, Kangen.
Okay, that cost me 7.5 grand to fucking start. That screwed me over. Okay, and this is the whole reason I wanted to call you and have a genuine one-on-one chat with you. That I don't want to be in some clickbait shit. I don't want to be in. I need some. Like I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like,
and
yeah, definitely. We definitely jump on a call after this and go through like a bit more details. But
no,
yeah, like
definitely, I'll definitely take that, man.
drop shipping, bro. I think that's like I think you can definitely make money, but it's hard as fuck. Like I've tried it, I've fucked it up. Um, I think like there's a tiny, very small percentage of people that do make money, and a lot of them are like just massive companies that do drop shipping. So I mean, I've never been able to crack it. I don't really know anyone that has been able to crack it other than like one guy, but he's like fucking broke now. You know what I mean? It
Mm.
was actually I don't know whether you know, but there's like you know how when people have the cruises and they flip them upside down, they drink it. It's like a snorkel.
Yeah,
He did the snorkel, but it had a little timer on it. So when you flip it, it would have like a timer. Anyway,
yep.
he was making $1,000 an hour for 2 days. So he made $48,000 in 2 days just off that. So that was the like most successful dropshipper I've seen or I've met. A lot of the other ones, I don't know whether they're real or not. But with this, bro, like, I mean, it's the same with that Kangen stuff. Like, there's just no like, what even is it? You're just selling a water purifier. This one here is like skills. You have skills and you learn it and then you implement it here.
Yeah, that whole bloody water purifier shit. It is legit like chainmail.
Oh
You're
yeah,
trying to
bro.
screw over the next person to buy it and
Yeah.
get left trying to get some other poor bloke to buy it.
Yeah, I've definitely heard some stories like, and that's like any so it's like sales, bro, marketing. So once you learn like those two skills, you can sell anything and you can market anything. Like once you like that's all you need for a business, right? That's every business has
Yeah,
marketing and selling. So the other thing is this, like with this, let's say if you know how to like you do drop shipping, let's say you fucking can't find a winning product and you can't make money. But if you know sales or you know how to sell things, then you can make money. If you know how to market things, you can make money. So it's a skill set that's like in your brain, and no one can really take it away from you unless you die. So you're always gonna be making money, and that's
mm,
why
mm.
that's why I think the skill set is so much more important to learn rather than like like the Kangen water machines, which is just like never-ending circle, and like the drop shipping and all these kind of weird like even trading, for example. They all work, but they take ages and ages and ages, and they're just business models. But the main thing you want to be looking at is like skills. But yeah,
Yeah,
so it's a dangerous game out there, bro. But it's possible because I know that people are making money, obviously. But
yeah, but the percentage of people that's actually making money off of this is not your, as you said before, it's not your common bloke. Like,
yeah, yeah,
me and old mate, I'm looking at here that's going to start drop shipping, and they claiming for us to make 20K a
$1 million
month.
dollars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's physically impossible. It's I spend
or
money on courses because like I'm in support work, so like as now I'm sitting here, I'm doing nothing, and I'm currently day trading, and I'm losing money. I'm done having to try and invest all money to try and make something here.
yeah, yeah. It's a tricky game, mate. Like there's so many people telling you what to do, what not to do. But as someone that has obviously been like I wouldn't say successful, but I've made a lot of money from, and I've left my job
Oh, bro,
from
look, I've been
the appointment
watching
setting all
you.
that.
I've been
Yeah.
watching you from day one. If
Yeah.
you
So,
go back on yours and mine's messages, I messaged you pretty much when you first ever started this.
yeah. It's like, I mean, we were talking about the other day, like like how long do the Kangen water people last, for? Like no one really lasts in this space. It's
Mm.
like you have to have, that skills and that foundation. Like even, um, and a lot of them, like they won't do, I think I've seen in Magic or Kangen people do one free masterclass like this and get in front of someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of it is like snaky, a lot of it is like snake oil, but it is, it is definitely dangerous. But Zach, where are you at with everything, bro? I know that you're in ABC. How are you all going? Like,
Um, so where I am at the moment, sort of just pretty much just figuring it out, everything all over again. Um, like just watching your lesson just then, I'm working too hard on the questions and just focusing, just focusing on the sale instead of just having the conversation and not actually trying to sell. You want them to sell themselves, sort of thing.
yeah,
So I'm just trying
yeah,
to get to that part at the moment.
yeah, exactly, bro. Because once you realize, like, let me get my like that framework back up. But like once you actually focus on helping the prospect and not just like making the sale, that's when you actually make money, bro. It's like weird. When I was always worried about the money, when I was worried trying to chase all this money, the money never came. It ran away. When I said, okay, how am I gonna actually sit in these DMs and help 10 to 15 people a day solidify their goal and get started with this? As like that is where the actual care about you actually care about their result. And then when they're getting on the call, you're like, hey bro, like you were keen on this to get started, whether it be like fitness, whether it be real estate, whether it be like, getting the right training. You actually care because you know their story, you know their situation. They've opened it up to you. So yeah, actually trying to build that connection is going to go a lot further than just worrying about the sale. But main thing, bro, I would go, like with focus on, getting to like understanding them. So understanding
Right.
them and but not, I wouldn't go too deep. Like you can go super deep, but you also got to remember like it's limited to amount of time because it's
Yeah,
just messages, it's
that's
not a
where I'm
phone.
going. Sorry, man. That's where I'm going wrong. I'm going too far. I'm going too far deep, like in the emotion, trying to understand the pain instead of just let them like explain the pain sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
well, exactly, bro. So like, quite like that's where you got to direct your questions because you obviously if they're if they're giving you like so much pain, that's obviously a good thing because they trust you because you're talking to them. Um, but you don't want to sit on it forever. Otherwise, then you'll just have a message, like a text message that will go all day when you should be like appointment setting other people. Because another thing you can do is like get them booked in, get them on the system, get them the solution that they need, and then keep talking to them. Keep nurturing them, keep having that chat. At least they're booked in, like at least that's done. And then you can do kind of like the easy work and the nurturing after they're booked in. And then even talking to them all the way up into the call, bro. Because a lot of the time, like the calls will be only a day or 2 days in advance. So just checking in every like day or half a day, or if they're continually talking, keep talking to them. But yeah, I wouldn't stress about going too deep into it, bro. But just try not to like go deep into it, but don't stay on it for too long. Um,
okay.
because at least you don't have the problem of like it just being too surface level conversation. And then you're just like, fuck, how do I even help this person? He's just giving me like one word answers. But yeah. All right. So that's pretty much it, boys. Do we have any questions at all in terms of anything? So we got Tyler and Lukey. You guys are mute. Do you guys want to talk or not? Questions? Anything?
Okay, so in the beginning of all of this,
Yeah.
what's the because from what I've seen previously from your videos, there's multiple different levels in this. You've
Yeah.
got your appointment setters, you got your appointment close, like you got your people that will finalize your appointment. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be? Where do you want to start? Where do you want to be?
So where you want to be, bro, where you want to really start is appointment setting, right? And this is why I like drill into everyone's head that they need to learn this because even though it is kind of like a shitty thing to learn, it's kind of the most important thing. Because once, let's say you go into appointment setting, you learn that, become a fucking gun, then you do closing, then you decide to, even do like your own offer. Let's say you want to get into fitness or something and you want to sell your own fitness product or service how if you don't know how to appointment set, how are you gonna have and manage appointment setters on your team? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was like a thing that I saw a lot of the times is like you have these business owners that are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a business and then just do it through social media. But then they're getting all these leads and like they're making no money because the appointment setting and the actual funnel is just like they're just leaving, but they're just losing money because there's just no appointment setting at all. Like they just don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Or they've got like some, many chat automation in there or just a fucking they just send straight through the link and then you get a bunch of leads that are just like random as fuck. So when you learn this, you can then teach other people how to do it. So this would be the first step, then closing. And even like in between appointment setting and closing is like you could be an appointment setter manager, where then you're managing like 5 or 10 appointment setters and you're getting a commission of like the deals that they appointment set for, if that makes sense. So a lot of times you'll be in charge of them instead. And then because in every like business, you don't just have the business owner worrying about everything. Everyone's got their own little jobs, sort of thing. And it's the same with closing. So once you learn sales, you can teach other people. You can run your own closing team. And then obviously the next step would be like owning your own product or service that then you can sell. And then having appointment settings, having closes, or partnering up with businesses and then selling them. So like on behalf of them. So I know, do you know Prime Train? Do you
No.
know that? You might know him. Hold up. Prime Train, Prime Train. He is like a really big guy in Australia. But he is partnered up with another guy, right? And I was talking to one of the closers that one of my mates actually closes for him, like his deals. Does this guy
Yeah.
ring a bell? Seen this guy before? No?
Mm, no, I'm not seeing nothing.
No, like have you seen this? Have you seen him before? Or do you recognize him?
No.
Okay, all right, all good then. But this guy here, right? So he has his own offer, but he's also partnered up with another fitness guy, and they've got one combined.
Yep.
Now combined, these two guys are like, what is he like 20, 22, 23, 24, whatever. But they make over $300,000 a month. So
So
now
let me,
yeah,
let me ask you the question is because like you're doing all this yourself.
yeah,
What's
as a
your goal in training us? Like what are you why are you training us and why have you came over to coaching
yeah.
and not appointments like staying full time appointment setting yourself?
Well, for me, bro, like obviously go to like that next level. And appointment setting is good, but I wanted to build that personal brand. And also when I have the personal brand, talk about making money online, and I don't show people how to do it, people are like, oh, you're a fucking scammer. But if I can sit here in front of you and be like, here's a PowerPoint on how to do this, here's a job to go for, and then here's also like an example of someone that has appointment setters, has closers. I've met the closer that works for him. He's got 3 or 4 of them, each making over 10K a month. And this guy here making $300,000 a month. Like this is the proof here that this is actually possible and what's actually happening, rather than me just saying like. So it's more like I'll happily do this for free, but it's more just me proving that it's real. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna cut off this masterclass. But if you boys want to stay around and ask me any more questions, then I'm happy to answer some.